is +31-77-3544-806. Our fax number is +31-77-3544-095. And you can join us on our website at www.thework.org.
Okay, sweetheart, let's hear our story. Let's hear the story.
My father is 85 and recently was in the hospital for 3 weeks. And then now he's in a nursing home, and I've been spending a lot of time there.
Yeah.
And it appeared like I wasn't going to come here because of that, but I did, so here I am.
I love sitting on the couch one day with a man whose mother was dying, and he just couldn't handle it, so we were just doing the work. It was, turned out for him a good choice, so let's play.
I am saddened by my father because his age and diseases have made him so weak, helpless, and confused.
He's weak and helpless. Is that true?
Well, it appears so. Yeah.
Where's your proof?
Well, he's lying in a bed, and he basically can't move. Occasionally he can move.
He needs to move.
He thinks he needs to move.
I'm asking you. He needs to move.
No, he doesn't.
Can you really know that that's true?
I don't think he needs to move, no.
How does it feel inside of you when you have the thought he needs to move? And so often it's not even your thought. It's his words.
Yeah.
And it's like your thought. It's like borrowed. So how do you react when you attach to the thought he needs to move and he's not able to?
Well, it's frustrating, and I want to do something to help him appear like he can move, at least, help him up somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would that work?
To help him up? It has a little bit, but he still can't move.
We still can't move.
No.
So would that work?
No.
As far as his movement?
I can't make him move, no. That's right, I can't make him move, no. We're all trying.
You're all moving for him.
Yeah, that's right.
You're moving him for him.
Yeah.
But he still can't move.
He still can't move, really.
How does it feel when you attach to that thought and he still can't move? Sweetheart, you're not moving. What's your problem?
Yeah. Well, I feel sad. I feel really sad for him. I think for him.
Okay, so let's go back just a moment.
Yeah.
You weren't moving. Where's your pain?
No, I had no problem with that, no.
So he needs to move. Not from your experience.
No, not from my experience, no.
If you had the thought I needed to move and you were tied down, then you'd have a problem because you're an illusion.
Right.
How do I know you're not supposed to move? You're not.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more. How do you react when you attach to that thought? I want him to move, and he can't.
Well, I guess I start coming up with strategies. What's wrong with the situation? How is it that they're doing it wrong in the hospital with the medications, or he's not getting enough sleep, or can we do something, give him some other medication? It's like
you move him like this, and then you get medications
we get
to move
stuff
him.
And move him, yeah. I mean, he can move his arms. Sometimes he moves, but mostly he just...
Well, let's play with the part where he can't.
Okay. Yeah.
So when he's doing this, you're very happy.
Yeah, that's right. Hooray for him, right? Yeah.
Hooray for him. He's making me happy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We can all relax now.
Yeah, we can all relax now. Can you see a reason to drop the story that he's supposed to have free movement?
Yeah.
Can you see a reason that it's not stressful to keep the story in his presence?
No.
Who would you be sitting with your father without that story? Even when he's in the story.
I think I'd be more relaxed and more loving, less of an agenda. I wouldn't have an agenda.
Yeah.
for him. Yeah.
So let's dialogue, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be peace, a listener, and you be your father in the most pain of wanting to be flexible or strong or movement.
Okay.
And talk to me.
All
Give
right.
me your best shot.
All right. I have to get out of here. Where am I? I have to get out of here. I have to go home.
I hear you have to get out of here.
Can you help me get out of here? Can you get the car? I have to go home.
I hear you want to go home.
No, I really need to go home. I have to go home now.
I hear you have to go home now. I hear that.
Yeah, take me.
I'm not able to.
Why? You have a car, don't you?
I do.
Don't you hear me? I need to go home.
I hear you need to go home. I love you want to go home.
Yeah.
I love you love home.
Well, if I could just get out of the bed here, if I could just get my feet on the ground, then maybe I could walk. You could help me walk.
I hear you want to walk. I love walking too.
Good for you. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. So it's just to stay.
All I've done is repeat back the information.
Mm-hmm.
And it leaves him with him. And there is no one too crazy not to hear themselves if they're listening, if they have an interest in it. And especially if two of you are doing the same thing.
Yeah, you didn't argue with me.
There's no pain in it.
Mm-hmm.
I hear you. I love you. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm present with you.
Mm-hmm. I find myself saying, yes, I want you to go home too, and we can't right now. I mean, that's what,
Good.
Yeah, that's what I usually say. Yeah. But then I say, and if you do this, this, and this, then maybe we can, and I don't know if that's true. Yeah.
Well, you might tell him that part too.
That I don't know if it's true.
My belief is if you do this, it could help, and I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the doctor says if you do this, it could change. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, we only want to sit with someone who will tell us the truth we already know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn that around.
I am saddened by me because my age and diseases have made me so weak and helpless and confused.
An age is nothing more than concepts stacked together to... They're lists of proof that the first one's true. Mm-hmm. I am. We begin to define I. You've forgotten what you are. So all of this is about proving this that is not so.
The I.
I am man with father in hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I am man. Is it true? Let's go back to the beginning. You continue to define, to identify as a story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay. It's just not true.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real. It's concocted.
Do you mean it's concocted from the definition of the word man? I mean, I say, I am man. Well, that feels true to me because I know what
So
the
have you
definition-
asked you?
If I'm a man?
Uh-huh. Have you asked you?
Yeah, I've done the work on that. I'm a man. Is it true? I just come up with yes.
Okay.
It appears to me.
Okay. Okay, I'll go for it. I understand it.
Yeah.
But who ever told you there was such a thing as men, and where did they get their proof? You're so gullible. You just take anybody's word for anything.
Well, I guess they could have told me I was a horse, and I would have believed that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then I would have said, well, look, there's all those other horses, and they're just like me.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you're that gullible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Innocent. As long as you are that innocent.
I guess I am.
I think so. It's very endearing. It's children playing in fantasy.
Well, many times I'm in fantasy. Most of the time I'm fantasy. When I think I'm
Try
a
all
man,
of the time.
okay, all the time. I mean, when you say, what's the reality of it? Are you a man? I would say, yeah. That's the reality.
Yeah, that's the story in the dream here.
Yeah, in the dream.
It gets like an orderly dream where you can handle the nightmare when it comes. And that's the trickery here. You know, it gets the inquiry alive in you enough where you eventually come to see you're not even a man, you know, and grateful for it. But it's, you know, we go into it like it's going to give us a better life or something. The ego buys it, but it swallows itself up eventually. It comes to some understanding that it is not what it thought it was, that it's what it knew it was all the time.
I'm still waiting.
Prior to starting.
Yeah.
So, sweetheart, let's look at the next one.
Okay. I don't like that he is immobile, we already did that one, is being fed by a tube and has to wear diapers.
Okay. So what's not okay about it?
Well, what's not okay about it is that I see that he's not okay with it, and it seems to frustrate him so much.
So sweetheart, what's not okay about it with you?
His anger and frustration about it, and
Turn it around.
pulling on the tube, and
Turn it around.
my anger and frustration about it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If tubes were okay inside of you, you wouldn't see a problem over there.
I think it would be okay inside of me. I probably wouldn't be.
Okay, let's say that's true.
Yeah.
It's okay that they're in you. Do you think that
Phyllis?
that his experience is, you think that he could handle it less than you can? Can you handle it?
Yeah, I think.
So, do you think maybe he has the same?
Yes, except that he keeps trying to pull it out, and you know.
And what's not okay about that? He wants it out.
Yeah, he wants it out. That's right.
And you want it in. That's all that's not okay about it.
Yeah. Well, the doctors want it in, and my
So
mother
let the
wants it
doctors
in.
put it in.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing is you want it in and he wants it out.
Yeah. When I'm in the room with him, I'm thinking it's not okay for him to take it out.
Yeah, so, you know, get it put back for your sake. You're the one with the problem.
Right. Yeah.
It's just foreign to me that if I pull something out that anyone would stick it back in.
Yeah. I'm sure that's what he thinks.
Yeah, someone's playing with a full deck here.
Yeah. Well, I think that sometimes. We all think he's nuts, and I sometimes think we're the ones who are nuts.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he wants. He wants to go home. He doesn't want the tube. It's pretty clear. Yeah. And the next word that I forgot was uncooperative, and I mean definitely uncooperative with what he wants.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wants the tube out. He wants to go home. I hear you, Dad. And I want the tube in, and I want you to stay here. And this is how it's going to be because I can move.
And that's exactly true. Because we can all move, right? Yeah.
So what's the worst that could happen if you left the tube out? And I'm not saying leave the tube out.
Well, if it were up to me, I think I'd leave the tube out. I think I would.
Well, it is up to you. It doesn't mean a doctor's not going to stick it back in when he comes in.
Oh, well, I wouldn't.
It is up to you.
I think if he pulled it out and I was in the room, I don't think I'd put it back in. But the worst thing that could happen if he pulled it out is he would eventually starve to death. Yeah.
And
he would die, which is my next sentence.
Okay, let's take a look at it.
This is the one that I hide in the corner, but it's true, and that's that I'm angry that he didn't die.
Mm. So say more. Sweetheart, before you do, turn it around.
I'm angry that I didn't die. I felt that before.
It makes sense when we know the only thing born is a concept.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, that's the only thing that can die.
I wanted a lot of concepts to die,
Yeah. Everyone's suicidal. Because we can't do it here, we're taking the fastest route out the other way. Everyone knows it's a dream. If we really thought this was real, it would have some value, but we are all suicidal. Until we're not. And for me, the suicidal experience, the longing for death, stopped when I knew I was already dead. There was nothing real. I didn't exist. No story, no me. If he died, what is not okay about that? If he doesn't die, what's not okay about that, except he wants the tube out and wants to go home?
It looks like a very frustrating situation I'll turn it around immediately, for me and for my mother and for the people caring for him and for him. And he doesn't understand it.
So you're all there because you don't want to be?
No, I'm there because I want to be.
Okay,
yeah.
So the other people?
I don't know.
Well, maybe they're there because they want to be too.
It could be, yeah.
So...
it's just this thought, it would be simpler to get it over with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to happen soon anyway. So.
Have you talked to the doctor about leaving the tube out?
Well, they had.
And I'm not saying leave the tube out. I'm not even saying it's a good idea. He wants the tube out. Have you asked?
I could talk to my mother about it because she's the one who authorized it. Yeah.
Have you talked to her about it?
We talked about it when it was put in. Yeah.
Okay.
And I agreed. Yeah.
So do you still agree?
That would be a hard choice to make.
Really?
Yeah.
I know a man, he was into this book of the living and dying.
Mm-hmm.
And he had it lined out how he was going to die, who he wanted to sit with him, and how long, and what phases, and all of this. It's really the book about the living, how to live, not how to die. What to do while you're living, not what to do after you're dead. But well, it's written by live people, what do you expect? It's a turnaround.
That's right.
And he was very clear about when it was time to die, and he would call everyone, and they would come in and sit with him. And he didn't die. And then they all went home. And then several days later, he was positive this time it was time. So he called all his friends, and he didn't die. And everyone loves this man, just loves this man. And he kept calling, and finally they're going, oh my God, I've got a life here. When is this guy going to die?
That's right. That's right.
So, I'm like, oh, it's him again.
That's true.
He's not a sure bet, you know. He's out of here. I need to go on with my life and get something over there.
Mm-hmm.
So why do you want the tube in? You said it'd be a hard choice. Why do you want the tube in? He wants it out. Why do you want it in?
Well, it almost would feel like if I took it out, I'd be killing him.
Okay.
Because I'm sure he can't eat, and eventually, of course, either not.
He wants it out.
Yeah.
And if you wanted it out, which you do, I heard that twice from you. I want it out too.
Yeah.
Okay. And he died, you'd be murdering him. Is that true? There's your mother behind it. There's the doctors behind it. You'd be murdering him.
It's
It could be. I don't know. I'm just asking.
yeah, I'd be murdering him.
You want the tube out? You know, this doesn't mean we're going to pull the tube out and kill the guy. It's like, do you want the tube out? Yes. You want him to die? Yes.
1个月之前，我看到一个署名叫薄瓜瓜的人在社交媒体上发表。
It could be. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'd be murdering him.
You want the tube out? You know, this doesn't mean we're going to pull the tube out and kill the guy. It's like, do you want the tube out? Yes. You want him to die? Yes. You know? But to speak it is just outrageous. But to speak it doesn't mean we're going to pull the tube out. It has nothing to do with it. The truth and the reality don't match. What I say is reality is always kinder. You know? And we get to see what that is. But inside of you.
I think it would be kinder to take it out.
So you may want to share that with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Without a motive. Without telling her like you really want her to keep it in or take it out. Just, I took a look at myself, Mom, and what I found inside of me is I want it out. I also had the thought it would be kinder, and I respect wherever you go with this.
Yeah.
I am not one to mess around with. If my husband or my children were in the hospital and they said they wanted the tube out, I'd say, oh, okay, I hear you. And then it would be up to a doctor to determine.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch their play. But I love my husband, I love my children, I hear them. And if I stick the tube back in them, it's because I selfishly want them there, whether they like it or not. They are no consideration of mine. I have no caring for their thoughts or feelings.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what's been hard for me.
Yeah, I think so, honey.
Yeah.
You hear him. You're honoring it inside of him. And
Yeah, because when I've done the work, when I'm there, I just think, well, what's he saying? That's pretty clear. Who's confused here? You know? And it was my mother's decision, but did support that. So.
Yeah, so you may want to support her instead, just by giving her what you are finding.
Mm-hmm.
And just respect her decision.
Have you asked him whether he wants a tube out?
I don't need to. He wants it out.
I mean, not just the tube out, but the question of whether he wishes to live.
I don't think he understands that.
I see.
But I could
He may
ask.
have no concept of death whatsoever. He may be beyond that. I want to go home is a matter of interpretation.
Yeah. Well, that's what
There's
my
only
son,
one
yeah.
home.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question also with, why is it that you don't want to take him home?
I do.
And
My mother doesn't want him to come home
Okay.
because he needs so much care. He needs round-the-clock nursing care, and they say physical therapy, and it takes two people to turn him, and so on.
Because my mother died of cancer and we brought her home, and I can't know if it's true, but my experience was that something completely relaxed in her to be in the home environment. Mm. And then she got very ill, and then she had to go back to the hospital. But for me, it was important for me to see her in a familiar environment in which I imagine some peace came to her.
I would like that, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's if I want to take my father home to experience what you have spoken, and my mother does not want that, that's where I go with it. Just tell her, I want to take him home, Mother. I want you to know that. He wants to go home. I hear him. I want to do that. And I respect your decision. But just to keep honoring your truth, honey.
And that's my next sentence,
without
too.
negating hers.
Which
Let's
is,
hear it.
I want my mother to make it possible for him to come home.
Okay. So, is that true? Is that really true? This is another one. Is that really true? Do you really want that?
I don't know. Yeah. Could be worse. I don't know.
So, how do you react when you react to that thought?
Separate from her, that if she's doing it wrong somehow.
Yeah. That's very painful.
It's a choice. It's like he wants it, she doesn't want it. Choose one,
Yeah, so kick back and watch him play, darling.
Yeah.
You just keep saying what you need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that if he came home, it would be so bad he'd have to go right back, and then it would be worse. So I don't know.
We just don't know anything.
No, I don't. And that's pretty much my condition these
One
days.
thing you seem to have that's really interesting is you're honoring your mother and your father's relationship together.
Yeah. They're very sweet together, even now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, who would you be without that story?
That I want my mother to make it possible for him to have home care.
Mm-hmm. Who would you be in your mother's presence without that story?
More supportive.
Mm.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Mm-hmm. More substantial, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, without that understanding, we're the supplier of guilt and attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, sweetheart, let's turn it around.
I want me to make it possible for me to have home care. That's later, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. After one of those times there with the family, just to have a little home care and sit and give you some clarity. And
I think that's what coming here was for me.
Guidance?
I want my mother to make it possible for him to have home care. I want me to make it possible for him to have home care.
How could you do that from where he's at? You're probably already doing it, sweetheart.
I've tried. I mean, it's to try to get him stronger so that he can, That's what I thought. But really it's where I go with that is, well, convince my mother. But then I'm back in that same thing again,
Yeah, there's so many ways to go with it. My thought was just to bring him something from home.
I've done that.
Yeah, you are doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love hospital beds.
Yeah, it looks comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I climb in there with him,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Maybe that's home care.
Yeah. I almost have, yeah.
Maybe that's home care.
Yeah. But there's another turnaround too. I want me to make it possible for my mother to have home care.
Oh, angel.
Yeah.
Good find.
I try.
Yeah. When you attach to some of these concepts, you have to attack her. And the opposite of that would be home care. So the clearer you get, the less attack comes forward. Because we attack from that core that's undiscovered.
Yeah, I heard that when you said that.
Good.
Yeah.
So the more discovery you make here, how can attack come out when that's not the core? But I love that core remains until it's seen. It's the sweetest thing. It's like Fort Knox or some diamond mine or something,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's waiting to be tapped into.
Yeah.
Let's look at the next one.
I don't want my father to have to end his life in a nursing home.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. Doesn't matter to me.
So
really.
turn it around.
I don't want me to have to end my life in a nursing home.
Is that true?
I'd prefer not. Yeah, but...
Is that true?
I guess it doesn't matter.
There's so many things around, boy, I don't want a nursing home. Can you really know that?
Some of the people look pretty happy there, actually. Yeah.
I'm willing.
I'm willing to... I'm willing to have my father. Should I do that, or myself?
Put you in there, because when it's okay with you, you know it's okay with him.
I'm willing to end my life in a nursing home.
I look forward to.
I look forward to ending my life in a nursing home.
Yeah. You may write a little note. As long as I'm of sound mind, just don't forget this. When I want the tube out, leave the tube out.
Leave the tube out.
Yeah. And then watch you change your mind.
Yeah.
Give me the tube.
And even if I don't need to, give me a couple of weeks in the nursing home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dear. Good man.
Thank you.
Family, let's get feedback. I have an expression that says, love kills. It's as deadly. Our concept of what love is as deadly as any enemy you'd ever meet. And let's play with it a moment. They bring me flowers I'm allergic to. I could go on and on and on with the list. It's like love kills. Play with it and see what you see. But it's a balance. People say, let me help you. Well, I don't need it. But how do I know I need it? They ask. And they help you into places that you want to go this way, to do it, and they're taking you that way. You see? Coming through. But watch. It is so much fun. There's no way to escape. And everything is love. There's no doer here.
I really heard what you said this morning when you said, if someone says what to do about this, and you said, I don't know what to do about them, but I love you. And when I talked to my mother at lunch today, that's basically what I said. So thank you for that.
Welcome.
When my mother was dying, she kept saying she wanted to go home. And I told her she could go home because I knew it was the metaphor. And then I wanted to hang around, so I literally hid myself in the corner of her ICU room just to be with her without having to be anything or do anything. And I literally was hiding on the floor in the corner. And she died the next day, and it was like all she had left. And she kept saying, Claudia, go home. And I felt rejected. And I felt like she didn't need me, or that I was no good, or bad, 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 bad. You guys know this story. Fill in the blanks. And just what you did, the work. She gave me a gift, and she said, Claudia, go home. That I'm okay, I'm dying, it's passing. And now I'm making up more stories, but she just said, Claudia, and she was so out of it with morphine, she could hardly say anything, and yet she went, Claudia, go home. And for all these years, I felt it was a push away instead of a gift. Thank you.
Yeah, interpretation. I love you, go home. This is simple. I'm doing this thing here. Go on home. Run on home now.
Yeah.
But we hear the gift, the love, go home. And we think rejection, interpretation. Yeah. My sweet friend, Corinne, are you here? Is she here? It's okay if I share what we talked about? My sweet friend Corinne, we have this amazing times together, and she told me that she was the one that came to my room that night that I was sharing about, and I loved it. That was my experience. But what it brought for her when I shared it was her father says, anytime you enter a room, what was it? The peace is gone. So, that is just not true in my experience. Is that fine? It's a turnaround. When she enters the room, just what a sweetness. Yeah, perception.
Katie, and your name?
Bill.
Bill. My mom died this year, and I went and I was there when she passed, and my dad told me to talk her into using the machine that would keep her alive. I said, and I had already talked with her. I said, Dad, that's not what she wants. Oh, yeah, she wants that. I said, why do you want her to use the machine? He said, because our 50th wedding anniversary is coming. And I said, I want what she wants. And I said it was selfish to want her around when she wants to go. And I went in the room and then asked her, I said, Mom, you could use the machine. And she said, I don't like that thing. I said, you may die if you don't use it. She says, I know. But she was real adamant about it. She wanted to go, and she was ready to go. And she didn't want to use any devices. And so it was easy, to know what she wanted and to honor that. And so, we did that. And it was beautiful, it's just wanting what she wants.
Yeah, thank you.
Bill, your work was to me beautiful, and thank you. And you were beautiful in doing it. Reminded of my mother's passing. She was a vibrant woman, had a stroke, couldn't speak or communicate in any way, had the food tube in. We were asked about extraordinary measures to keep her alive. It was a real rough time. And then they came out and told us, by the way, we've examined her and she has cancer that's metastasized and spread through her body, so the plan for her would be, if she gets well enough, you can take her home, keep her in diapers, and bring her back once a week for surgery. Just almost by accident, my sister, myself, and my nephew showed up in the room to visit with her. And we asked her, knowing she could hear us full well, that if she wanted to fight, we were there to support her 100%. If she wanted to go, we weren't going to deprive her of that option either. And all I can say is thank God, for my sake, that there is a method that somebody can leave the body when the body no longer serves them. And she went home.
So I'm going through what you're going through, real similar in this time frame. Only it's my mom. And it looks a little different because she doesn't have any fight in her. She doesn't pull the tube out. And I'm the one who is trying to get her live foods down that tube, vitamins and other things. And my dad is panicked and petrified, but doesn't believe in live foods and vitamins. And so there's just all these battles that are going on between my dad and I, between my mom and I, because I think she's really ready to go. And that's what I saw through your piece, that I haven't even given her that option. I've just kept saying she's too depressed, this food is depressing her more. She doesn't, she's not really articulating what's really going on, she's in denial, all this kind of stuff, and I think she's ready. So thank you.
Yeah.
Listener, good. You can ask and listen. Yeah.
My mom passed away about 5 years ago, and she willed herself to go. She wanted to go, and she starved. She was in the house, and she basically stopped eating. And we let her stop eat. And it was very challenging. But the day she passed away, or the night she passed away, my dad came into my room the next morning, and he's like, I think she's passed on, I think she's passed on. So I went down there, and I looked at her, and she had the most peaceful, I'd never ever seen her so peaceful, her face, and I touched her eyelid, and it was like solid, so she was gone. And my dad was frantic. He's like, oh my God, and I said, Dad, just sit down and pray, just sit down and pray. And I sat there. And all of a sudden, this overwhelming peace just came over me, and I felt her energy, and that just totally healed it. It was like I didn't go through any of the drama. I felt so happy for her because she was happy. She had let go of that pain, it was just like this thing that was hanging on to her spirit, and she was free. And I was like elated. Phenomenal.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I spend time with a 95-year-old lady 3 times a week, and she's so beautiful, and she goes and does everything on her own. And one day she fell, and I wasn't there, and I thought, oh my God, if I'm there and she's falling and she's breaking her hip, and that's going to be the end of it. So I talked to her a couple of days later when I got there. She already forgot it all. She's just so much in the moment, and I said, well, you remember you're going to turn the light on when I'm here in the night when you get up, right? And she looked at me and she said, well, why? And I did the work, and I found out that I'm so wanting her to be around. And I just saw that the attachment to this physical form is just another story. And when I got to the end of it, I really saw that she's never going to leave. Who she really is me, and I'm her, and she's always going to be with me. So, I guess...
Right here, which is the only place she's ever been.
Yes.
Yeah. When it's understood, we call this the heart.
Yes.
Hi, Bill. I just wanted to thank you. Something very similar also happened to me, actually twice. When I was a little girl, I was very ill, and they had my hands tied, so I had tubes in me, and I would beg my father to untie them, and he would. And then when he had a tube in him, he begged me to untie it. You get in a lot of trouble when you're pulling out a tube, because I helped him pull it out. And he said, God damn, that hurt. And he lived 5 more years. But thank you.
Thank you. God damn the doctor.
I've had a similar situation also with both of my parents, but with my dad more recently in May. He had spent his 85th birthday in the emergency room, and after which he was incapacitated in the hospital for 3 weeks, and he had totally freaked out and ended up in a board-in care. He's in Florida. And my brother, who lives right near here, we're just still figuring out what to do with him because he's kind of pretty much out of it. And my mom has advanced Alzheimer's also in Florida. So I feel like your piece has given me something to bring with me in the next months. A slightly different perspective. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I ran around like that crazy patient for about 3 years. And, you know, just, I call it mad with joy. But I don't know, if it weren't for Paul, they would have locked me up. He said it felt, one day he gave it up, he said it felt like just living in front of me as a football player, blocking everyone from touching me, because I was like a woman with no mind. And it didn't feel that way to me. Not at all. We just can't know another. When he gave it up, he says, there's nothing I can do about it. And I still, you know, and I don't care where I do it. No one does. You know, it's from where we are. Just, can you lie in that bed with those tubes? You know, that's the only question. And if you can't, then you're going to project that they can't. But if you really sit with it, if it's been done by anyone, like your father is there in that condition with the tube sometimes in and sometimes out, but in that condition, and that's how you know you can do it.
Yeah.
So because of him, you know you can do it.
Yeah.
And there are 2 ways of doing it.
Right.
One's in peace and one's at war. Okay, sweetie, let's play. Let's go inside.
Okay.
Just take a deep breath and begin to read.
I'm disappointed at my son, Jerry, because he's wasting his life by not being serious about his education.
He's wasting his life. Can you really know that that's true?
Well, obviously not, but...
So if he is not educated, he doesn't have a good shot at success or happiness. To me, happiness is success. But without an education, he does not have a shot at happiness. Can you really know that that's true?
He's not very happy now.
And an education would certainly give him more happiness in the long run. Can you know that?
No.
How do you treat him when you attach to the thought he's not taking his education seriously enough?
I probably put him down.
Drop the probably. How do you do it?
I make him feel worse.
And specifically, how do you do that?
By nagging at him.
What are the words?
I tell him that he's dropping the ball, that he's wasting his time, that he needs to get serious about his life. Yeah.
How does that feel inside of you when you're, I'll use your word, nagging? How does it feel inside of you when you talk to your son that way?
It makes me feel stressed, uncomfortable, like maybe I'm letting him down somehow.
So, can you see a reason to drop the story? And I'm not asking you to drop it. He's not taking his education seriously enough.
Oh, sure. It doesn't seem to help.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't make him any more serious.
No.
So, it seems like you're the only one losing out here. How does it feel when someone nags you?
I just turn it off.
Can you see a reason that is not stressful to keep the story? I want him to take his education more seriously.
That is not stressful. Well, yeah, if he did, then that would not be stressful.
He's not doing it.
That's true.
Can you see a reason to drop the story, or to keep the story that is not stressful? Give me a reason that is not stressful to keep the story.
Well, yeah, there's no reason it's not stressful.
Okay. So, who or what would you be without that story in the presence of your son?
Probably more likable. You probably like me better.
More likable, maybe more credible.
Yes.
Let's turn that one around.
I'm wasting my life by not being serious about my education?
Yes. The education of unconditional love, which serves you.
I get that. Okay.
I love that. I love that. I love that. My education, what is valued, is what is valuable. I just don't expect my children to be interested in my interest of this education. You know, this is mine, theirs is theirs, and we're all in the right school. The curriculum it's the one that'll get us there the fastest. Wherever it is we're going. Let's look at the next one.
I want Jerry to buckle down, get a degree, move into a career that will support him so he doesn't have to keep hitting me up for money.
There we go. Yeah. That's one. Get an education so I can keep my money.
That's right. They can borrow some from him.
Exactly, in our old age. They'll be there for us. But with no education, that's very frightening from here. If my children aren't educated, if they don't have good jobs, when I really need them to be there for me, they won't be any help. There goes my security. So, sweetheart, how do you treat him when you attach to this thought?
That he should be there for me?
Or no,
They should buckle down and
he should buckle down, and he's not.
He's not.
How do you treat him when you see him not buckling down and you attach to that thought?
With a little exasperation, frustration.
Does that feel like love to you?
Well, no, those are negative things.
So close your eyes. Picture your son as you attach to the thought, he should buckle down. Now look at you nagging him. Look at his face. Can you see it? Now look at him, same picture. Look at him without your story.
Okay.
Which do you prefer? With or without the story?
He's stronger without the story. He's
stronger without the story. Turn it around.
I'm stronger without the story.
Yeah, and he's going to reflect that back. He is you. This is the school. Let's turn that around. What you wrote.
I need to buckle down, get a degree, move into a career that'll support me so I don't have to keep hitting him up for money.
Yes. Keep hitting him up for my security. So read it like that again, the same way.
I want me to buckle down, get a degree.
Yes, and the degree is to quit nagging my son for my sake, or at least to... I don't know. After this, it just comes natural for some of us. We start to nag and we laugh instead. Because that reversal takes hold of us. I need to knuckle down. You know, I haven't knuckled down. The way that I know that you can do this is you expect him to. That shows me who and what you are. It's not for him to knuckle down. You have the capacity to, because this is coming from you. It's like being psychic. It's telling you who and what you are. Let's look at the next one.
What is it they shouldn't do? Jerry shouldn't piss away his opportunities. He has so much potential, it's being wasted.
He has much more potential. Okay, his potential is being wasted. Can you really know that that's true?
No, I can't know that it's being wasted, but seems to be lagging behind.
Behind whose schedule? Who needs God when he has you for a timetable?
Yes. Yes.
So you know more about time, more about potential. Can you really know that that's true?
No.
How do you react when you attach to this thought that you've written? He's not...
He has wasting his potential.
Yes.
Then I feel fear. I feel...
wasting your potential?
Maybe, yeah.
When I'm in fear, there's no potential in it. It's all consuming. Blind and deaf. My education stops.
Okay.
Who would you be without this story?
Well, I wouldn't be worried about him, and I wouldn't be worried about his future.
That's a good thing. Whose job is it? Whose job is your future? What a silly question.
My job is my future.
Yeah, whose job is his?
Well, I'm his father,
So your job is your business, and his job is your business. How does it feel when you mentally go into his business?
Well, it doesn't feel very good. No.
Okay.
It feels...
This is like one of the acid tests for the work. I have 3 children. And when I think they're not living up to their potential, I'm not living up to my potential. When I think they should get an education, I'm insane. I need to stick with my education. If I think they need to pay their rent, I need to pay mine. Oh my. And they can't ask me ever for any more money than it's just not ever a problem, because I can say yes or no honestly. I can say, no, I can't give you the money because I'm too frightened for my own security. When we really start getting honest, we sacrifice our children all the way. Our welfare we put above theirs. I even wanted them to be healthy so they'd be there for me. It's a part of it that I discovered. I didn't want them to die or be sick because it interfered with my well-being. I can't even get sick unless it has something to do with me. Don't get sick, you're messing with my peace. Get an education, I'm not going to be at peace until you get your education. Can you see how that's the long way to peace? I'll be peaceful after they're secure.
That works into number 4.
Good. So let's turn this one around and move to it.
I shouldn't piss away my opportunities. I have so much potential that is being wasted.
There's another turnaround. Read it that way again. Let me see if I hear it.
I shouldn't piss away my opportunities. I have so much potential that is being wasted.
Okay, I shouldn't piss away his opportunities to see me for what I really am.
Oh.
My potential's being wasted.
Yeah. I'm so busy being father that...
Did we forget to be father?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mother for me is unconditional love. I don't know, I can sit with my brother when he's so suicidal and near death, and he says, I'm not making it, I'm not going to make it. And I can just sit there and hold his hand and say, sweetheart, you could be right. Gosh, that was several years ago, and he's up. We just want to know the truth. It's true now. It feels like. We're changing. Will o' the wisp. The only thing that remains is I love you. That's the only thing stable. And for me, it's all stability. I can say yes, no. Yes, yes, no. When questions are asked, because it's always now. When I've been in school. Did someone have a comment?
There was another turnaround, the piss away the opportunity to see him for what he is.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing him for what he is.
Yeah, you're seeing him for...
Well, actually, I do see him as being better than he is even, but where he is not that terrible.
Good. I see, now you're noticing.
But
really. The condition is, I'll see you as okay when you live up to my potential, my guidelines of what your potential is. Oh, honey.
I know, I'm afraid to read number 4.
It really is an acid test, you know. I have the best advice for my children. I've got the greatest advice, and I'm so grateful they don't ask me, so they can do what is better. Because what is what's better. Really. So let's look at that one you're hiding.
Yeah. And what do I need from Jerry? I need Jerry to make me proud.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a good one. That's what parents hold.
Yeah.
So is that true, sweetheart?
I am proud of him.
So you've got it already. You may want to share that with him.
I have, yeah.
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 So let's turn it around.
I want me to make myself proud.
Yeah. The way that I do that is I stay out of my children's business, and they are grateful. And so am I. So am I, and that's the point. It's just a bonus side effect that they're grateful too. And if they ever scream, Mom, why didn't you save me? I could say, sweetheart, you didn't ask. And I won't tell them the part about if they did, I couldn't. And if I could, I wouldn't. Because I know the joy of self-realization. Let's look at the next.
Jerry is lazy, not very motivated, and doesn't complete what he starts.
Is that true?
Pretty much.
Okay. See what's truer. He doesn't complete what he starts sometimes. He's lazy sometimes. What is truer?
That's true. He is lazy sometimes, and he's sometimes not motivated, and he sometimes doesn't complete what he starts.
Yeah.
And he sometimes does.
Yeah. I just had the thought, The Opening of Eyes Long Closed. It's a poem by David White. Opening of Eyes Long Closed. My son is lazy sometimes. Let's turn it around.
I am lazy.
Yeah, when it comes to dropping conditions on your son, conditions of love.
I'm not very motivated.
To drop your demands on your son. And we've seen with those demands what they feel like inside of you. And I also hear from you they don't work.
They don't. They don't.
And the next?
I don't complete what I start.
Do you ever say, I'm not going to do it again, I'm not going to talk to him like that, and then you find that you do? Or I'm not going to be so rough, and you find that you are? Finish what you start. Then when you learn how to do it, he'll follow. I found that my children are just replicas. They're just a computer that speak everything I ever taught them. And they're just the people that are living exactly the way that I lived. And all three of them appear to be so different. And they're all me. They're so innocent. They're only thinking and doing exactly the mirror image of this.
That's what my wife said. She said that you and Jerry are the same. She said you're just the same. I said, no, we're not, you know. And when we were going through the very most difficult times, she says that it was driving her crazy because she said you two are identical.
The blind shall see. I love the part where we're the last to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might go home and tell him, honey, I'm just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. Let's look at the next one.
That's 6. I don't ever want to let myself get my hopes dashed by his failure.
I'm willing.
I am willing to let myself get my hopes dashed by his failure.
Yeah, how exciting. Because there's no way he can fail. It would have to be your perception. I look forward to?
I look forward. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I look forward to letting myself. I'm not sure I'm convinced about this. I look forward to letting myself get my hopes dashed by his failures.
Yes. Because again, it can only be your perception that he's failing at all. Nothing else is possible. If he fails at something, he's been spared that so he can go on. My son, I like this example. He had a contract that was very valuable and he lost it. And in his mind, he already had the money spent.
Oh.
And he called me and he said, Mom, I am so excited. I lost the contract. Can you imagine what is coming that is better than that? And I tell you, the guy is right. He's right. He's right. He's right. He's right. He just doesn't bother to care anymore because he knows there's only good. And I don't know that he doesn't bother to care anymore. I just watch him and I hear what he says. It's much fun. But he's taken on like a computer in so many areas. His mother, again, because I know there's only good, it's just natural for him to not let go of anything else. It's just a natural thing that there's only good for him. We're computers, that no new thoughts, all recycled. Who would you be without the story in the presence of your son?
So if I really believe that there's only good,
well, show me something terrible that has ever happened.
To my son?
To anything. To you. Because to your son would just be your perception again. That would be the terrible thing that happened, your perception. Tell me the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
I got burned.
Oh, show me something terrible.
It hurt.
It hurt, and how long did it last?
Months.
How many months? A year, 2 years?
It was probably 6 months.
Okay, 6 months. And do you play the fire in your mind? Do you play the burn in your mind?
Sometimes.
Do you play the situation?
Sometimes.
Okay. And how long ago was the burn?
10 years.
Okay. So what is more painful, playing it over and over and over? Or where's the most mercy? 6 months or 10 years?
Well, obviously the 6 months.
It's the most mercy.
That's gone.
Yes.
That's gone.
It always is. This work is so strange. When you feel pain, I'm going to try to tell this, but and for example, if I had the thought, this hurts, or I feel the pain, it's already gone because it's always the story of a past, and it's always healing. It's always better. It's a reversal. Instead of the pain coming, it's always going. But in a way that is present. So when you were in the pain, what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts about your body?
That I didn't want it.
You didn't want the pain, but what were the thoughts about the effect it would have on your body? Your appearance?
I never really worried about that too much.
Okay, so what were your thoughts with the pain? It'll never end? I want it to be over with?
I want it to be over with.
Yeah.
I knew it would end.
Okay, so what were your thoughts? I don't want to feed him to you.
I thought I deserved it.
Ah, that's a good one.
I thought I deserved it.
Yeah. So, sweetheart, let's go back there. You deserve it. Is it true? Can you really know that that's true?
No.
How does it feel? Were you in a hospital? How does it feel lying in the hospital when you attach to the thought, I deserve this?
It felt, it felt worse. It felt worse.
Yes, sweetheart. I love that you found that. I love that you give you mercy. Who would you be in that hospital? So go there without the story, I deserve it.
Well, I'd still be in pain, but it would have been just the pain, not the pain.
Yeah, not pain on pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe this part and not this part too.
So what does your body do when you attach to the thought in that hospital, I deserve it? Describe it.
Oh, it feels cramped.
Okay, do you think that cuts down the blood flow and everything that goes to the injury? How do you think you would heal faster?
I bet it does. I hadn't thought of it that way. I bet it does.
Healing is like that, and disease is like that. It's possible to lie in a hospital bed in a lot of pain and not have a problem. I can tell you that. It's possible to lie in a hospital bed in a lot of pain and love it. Not as a masochist, but as one that understands. A lover of what is. So, there was a thought around your son. Whatever his path is, if you have the capacity to find where your pain is, which you obviously do, so does he. You cannot give what you just found to your son. You can only give it to yourself.
That's true.
There's no talking or preaching, and there is no spiritual master that can give him that. You give it to you. He gives it to him, or you just don't get it. Good, sweetheart. I look forward to our friendship. Let's get some feedback for wonderful you.
Okay, thank you.
Nice clean piece, huh? For those of you new to the work, his paper is just written cleanly, short, clean sentences. Nothing complicated. And it's just so easy to investigate. There it is in black and white. Yes, sweetheart.
I really want to thank you for your work. I have 4 kids I'm really proud of and a daughter that clarity is slowly coming. And so just, I mean, I could have been saying, apparently someone I've talked to my daughter with.
Or someone that has the same daughter.
And so just here, I could have said all the same things you did, so it's really nice to hear it. And Katie, what you were saying about your kids, that they should be well so it would be easier for you. Yesterday, my wife was sick with food poisoning, and she was busy throwing up all day, and I was alternating between really being very caring for her and all, and then thinking to myself, well, if she was well, then she could be full of life and making me happy and giving me attention and all. Instead, she's just wrapped up in herself. And
how wrapped up of yourself was that?
Oh. I knew it wasn't the place to be, but actually I felt guilty about it. And so just hearing you, well, if you can feel that way, then so can I.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, their pain has nothing to do with me. Nothing. And then it's just so easy to be there, because we go there anyway. We go to the hospital anyway, or we're with our children or our mates anyway. It's just how we're going to make the trip. Like this or like that.
It was interesting listening to a father. My father and I had a heart-to-heart conversation a couple weeks ago where he blew my mind because it just had never happened. And so I'm already kind of seeing my father as human. And listening to you talk, I'm just, wow, he didn't know. I didn't know. He didn't know. We didn't know. None of us knew. And it was all perfect. And not knowing, all of it was just perfect. And I can kind of say, I'm glad he didn't know. And I'm glad I didn't know. Because it's really kind of cool when you start to know, So that's it. Thank you for that opportunity to see my own father in a little bit more sweet way. So
You've just touched a really valuable thing. There are no adults and there are no children. There's no one older, there's no one younger. There are only concepts. And we don't know. No one's old, no one's young. Innocence. You've seen your father as innocent, like an innocent child. He just didn't know. It's not time. Do you know? It's dawning.
Hi, Bill. My name's Bill, and I have a son. I could have written that exact paper about my son. His not Jerry, it's Jason, but exactly the same. The thing about hitting up for money in school, and the whole thing. So I'm going to say what I hate to hear, which is, thank you for doing my work.
Bill, when I was young, I heard I wasn't living up to my potential, that I wasn't finishing things that I started. And when I was about 24 or 25, I thought I really have to do something. Worked my way through college, worked my way through law school, started my own law practice. And then one day I just asked my mother, I said, "Are you proud of me?" And she said, "I always thought you would have been happier as a forest ranger."
I have two grown daughters, and I guess I was graced because I just wanted their happiness. And, if I do things and try to show them a direction and they weren't happy, then I'd figure out what they wanted. And it was good, and they're great and successful and beautiful people.
I have a 15-year-old, and I go around with this thing with him. And I've taught him a little bit about the work. And it's just great. I feel really blessed to have. I have a 15-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter. And when I tell my son, I say, "John, there are teenagers who pick their socks up and take their belt out of their pants before throwing it in the dirty clothes." And he says to me, "So does your mother." And then I tell him, I say, I get mad. I say, you're just playing computer games. You're not doing your schoolwork. This effort really sucks. You're just not making your effort. And he'll say to me, "Dad, in the moment I see myself as sucking, I see you as sucking even more." And I just love how he's taken the turnaround, and in his own beautiful, perfect way. he's my father. He's my teacher, and of course it makes me laugh, and there's just a lot of love in it, and I just feel like there's a lot of grace. There's a lot of grace there.
Oh, I love that. It's like I invited my husband and children to judge me with all of their heart because, I really needed a lot of help, and obviously you do too.
Oh. My son that just visited me for the first time in 19 years for Christmas, his father and his father and his father and his father were all Navy pilots. So my son was supposed to be a Navy pilot, but he wanted to have a long ponytail and play in a band. So they've always hated him for his ponytail.
Is your son here?
He just went back. He lives in Seattle. He's just been here till 2 days ago. And he's had this ponytail for like 10 years, which every time his father or his grandfather sees him, it's just like, can't somebody get rid of Brian's ponytail? And then we started Brian through college, the same school that his father went through to learn to do financial management. And Brian dropped out. 7 years, no school. Middle of the night, one night, Brian's watching ITT technical ad, and he says, computers will probably be a thing of the future. Puts himself through ITT, doesn't tell his dad or me. Now has a job in Seattle, that very competitive computer market, as a LAN/WAN specialist, and they keep hiring them away. My son now makes more money than his father, who also lives in Seattle. And they always kept saying he kept starting things and not doing it. His band that he actually played in is actually making money on the weekends. And his dad's now retired military and decided to grow a ponytail and be an artist. So we all do all of it. We just don't do it at the same time. So hang on, honey.
I'd like to thank you for sharing what you shared because you are my sister. I don't have children. I haven't been married, and I have a nephew and 2 nieces who I lived with their family, watched them growing up. So in a way, I kind of felt like the surrogate father or mother, but not really. It's, I see the generation gap going on between my sister, who I grew up with, and then my nephew, who's now 13, and I don't feel a generation gap, but my sister talks to me about things that my dad would talk to me about, and then Sean talks to me, the nephew, about how I used to talk to my father. So I'm in this non-generational position, and it's really fun to see it. And just before I came down here, my sister calls me and says, what am I going to do with Sean? It's really awful. The Ritalин's not working. It's the total 90s family thing going on. And he's got all this rage, and we know he's really bright, but he got straight Fs. And what do I do? So she's asking me for advice and everything. And I would so much love to do the inquiry on her. But I really just went inside and I said, Susan, there is nothing to do. Just love him. There is nothing you could do. And of course that wasn't good enough, so she went around to these other things. But and then the really interesting thing is how you were burned. I don't know how old you were when that happened, but my sister has an ailment. She has cerebral palsy. And I have always felt that the doting mother that she is on her children is to make them better than she is. It's because somehow she believes that she wasn't a success because she has this ailment, she has this birth defect, and we were all happy when she had children. Oh, good, Susan was able to get over that. She has children. Now she's got to make them even better than she was, or more successful. And I see, this goings on. And it's really taught me that, if and when I do have children, that it's not about making people better than you are, or putting all of that onto your children. It's just what is. It's just absolutely over and over again. I keep learning that. And, she keeps coming to me for advice and for answers and all that. And I have nothing to give. I get worried. I get worried about Sean also. But I know that that's just his business. If he's a failure, if we perceive it as F's, that's okay. And I just love being in the middle of it all. So.
I had 2 thoughts. One was, you do have a child, it's you. Yeah. And you are your children. And the other was, to suggest, for example, for my children just to love people, the thought was, I love you. The child is the next generation from thought. I mean, who are you talking to? Yourself on the phone. So I don't know about him. I only know I love you. And then that's connected, and then it goes out. From you, on and on and on. The one in front of me, that's the one. And yes, those two thoughts.
That day I saw beneath dark clouds the passing light over the water, and I heard the voice of the world speak out. I knew then, as I had before, life is no passing memory of what has been, nor the remaining pages in a great book waiting to be read. It is the opening of eyes long closed. It is the vision of far-off things seen, for the silence they hold. It is the heart. After years of secret conversing, speaking out loud in the clear air, it is Moses in the desert, fallen to his knees before the lit bush. It is the man throwing away his shoes as if to enter heaven, and finding himself astonished, opened at last, fallen in love with solid ground. That day I saw beneath dark clouds the passing light over the water, and I heard the voice of the world speak out. I knew then, as I had before, life is no passing memory of what has been, nor the remaining pages in a great book waiting to be read. It is the opening of eyes long closed. It is the vision of far-off things seen, for the silence they hold. It is the heart. After years of secret conversing, speaking out loud in the clear air, it is Moses in the desert, fallen to his knees before the lit bush. It is the man throwing away his shoes as if to enter heaven, and finding himself astonished, opened at last, fallen in love with solid ground. It is the man throwing away his shoes as if to enter heaven, and finding himself astonished, opened at last, fallen in love with solid ground, fallen in love with solid ground, with solid ground.
The work of Byron Katie is funded by donation. For information about speaking engagements, workshops, books, audio, or videotapes, call, email, or write to Euro Center for the Work, P.O. Box 465 5900 AL, Venlo, the Netherlands. Our phone number is +31 77 3544806. Our fax number is +31 77 3544095. Our email is euro@thework.org. Our website is www.thework.org. You are welcome to copy, distribute, and quote these tapes as long as it is not for commercial use.
我想我们希望天下相爱的人，不管他是什么宗教、什么性别，人身在何处，在自由的国度也好，在集权的社会也好， 相爱的人都能够得到幸福。如果我们有收到相关的申请的时候，我们当然按照适用在所有对象，并不会有特别的待遇。那法律怎么规定，程序怎么规定，我们就照程序进行。所以如果我们有收到任何的申请，对任何人都会是一样的态度。
大家好，这里是二爷故事。这几天，一个红三代和台湾豪门之女的联姻的新闻引起了广泛的关注。这个红三代不是别人，正是已经远离大家视线很久的薄熙来的儿子，如今已经37岁的薄瓜瓜。11月13号，薄瓜瓜专门赶到台湾的宜兰县，和许慧瑜举办了婚礼。许慧瑜是谁呢？她是宜兰罗东博爱医院创办人许文正的孙女。在如今紧张对立的两岸关系中，前中共高官之子纯正的红三代当了台湾的女婿，这本来是一件非常有卖点的新闻，因为在台湾许家也是地方的豪门大族啊。